What's up, guys, and welcome back to another City Skyline stream back in the gorgeous city of Petra Vallis, which I believe is at a population of 94, maybe 95,000. So we're getting really close to hitting the 100,000 population mark. Taking a look at our newest part of the city down here in the valley. Little cul-de-sac, some crazy highway, a very busy part of the city. Even though it's brand spanking new, we got a cool little bay in there, which seems to be pretty popular since it is some leisure. And then, of course, our more high-tech little nook in the city with the fancy lighthouse tower. But it's been a fun little project putting that together, and I've been thinking I might want to expand it a little more. Just because, I mean, I love how it looks kind of tucked in there. So maybe if we just got a little more, maybe another high road or something, just to add to it, and maybe, you know, add a little more residential area for the city as well. Wouldn't be bad. Yeah, 94,000, and we're kind of flipping back and forth between gaining people and losing people. We also have a little bit of space in here, which I feel like we could fill up with maybe something. Just overlook view of the city. I don't know. It looks a little bare. It looks like we definitely need a few things in there. Actually, this, I don't know what's going on right there, because it's kind of weird that we actually have this road so close to the roundabout, especially since nothing's on there anymore. I think we used to have industrial there, but you know what? Let's take it away. Let's get that out of here. We are going to have to do something about the trams. Oh, is that why we kept it? I think that's why we kept it, because the tram comes down here and then makes a U-turn. But we'll fix that. So let's just get rid of these roads. We'll make you a normal road. And those as well. Instead, let's have that come down to there like so. So it keeps the road off of this initial road, just because that does connect directly to the roundabout, so it might slow down traffic coming in there, although it hasn't been too bad, so it might not be the worst thing in the world. And then what we could do with the trams, since that does still need to be connected, we'll grab our tram road, go like so. I guess we can keep that. And then instead of having an actual road there, we'll just grab our trams and put a tram track connecting there. So that way cars can't go down there, but the tram can still use it. And that is totally fine. And last but not least, let's grab that stop and throw you in over there, and I think that'll be okay. That way we can put some more offices there, maybe even more offices there, or we could do some more industrial. But it's looking good. I'm liking it. It's all coming together. I think maybe we'll just start filling in these little awkward gaps that we've got over here. Finally make it look complete. traffic doing? Traffic at 86%. We're climbing. It's looking good. How much traffic is out here? Because this is kind of where if we ever had big issues, it would probably be somewhere out here just because it's new, so we haven't figured out if it works yet or not. But it's doing okay. Got a couple bridges in there, which are doing fine. It might be wise. Oh, and then we were gonna... Oh, we were doing this as well. Totally forgot about that. That long road, which is kind of ridiculous. I'm almost tempted to turn that into like a freeway, but I think we're just gonna leave it. But I don't know, I'm almost tempted to put an additional connection here. Like have that maybe just continue straight and then have that one. So all these people coming over the bridge don't have to make so many turns. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Hey, what's up, Coexist? What's up, Graceful? Welcome. How are you guys doing? But it's looking good. It's definitely crazy. It's maybe one of the crazier districts I've built, which is really saying something, but it has quite the charm to it. Just bought this game last night. Oh, that's awesome. Nobody uses the highway? A couple of people are using the highway. Not a lot of people. Because most of the people, I think, actually want to be in this district. But there is a few through cars coming in. Actually, not as many as I'd like. And what seems to be the reason for that? I think the reason for that mainly is just if they were coming, say, all the way over to here, they'd rather just get off this highway instead of go all the way through and then come back. And then probably the same coming down to here. They're probably all using this. Yeah, a lot more people coming from that way. Which is fine. This was more just another option for the highway, but it's okay. How do you add mods? To add mods, you go into the Steam Workshop, which you can do right from the main menu. And just search whatever mod you want, click subscribe to it, and then you have it. That's basically it. Can't figure out why no one will go work in your industrial district. Yeah, the working issues, industrial zones, getting people to work in them are always a challenge. Might be an education issue, it might be a they're not close enough issue. A lot of factors can go into why your industrial zones aren't working. But speaking of zoning, we actually have a pretty even split of zoning and what we want to do. Now, I was talking about potentially doing a little neighborhood up here, which I'm still kind of liking the idea of, especially since we have, speaking of industrial zones, this one, which currently doesn't go anywhere. But if we had a little neighborhood, maybe we'll keep this hill, bring that road through it, and that can become a part of this. So let's do a little bit of flattening out here. about that height. I don't want to carve too much. I do kind of want to keep the mountainous nature of the area, but just make the flatter bits a little more zonable and less treacherous. Like this giant hole, I think we can fill that in a little bit. Subscribe to the Move It mod. The Move It mod is, in my opinion, the only mod you truly need to play City Skylines. It's like the best of the best. So good choice getting the Move It mod. Alright, look at that nice, beautiful slope. That looks good. Alright, that should be definitely smooth enough for some type of road coming up through here. I think the one that makes metros go above ground is the other most important. I've not used that one, but I've seen people that have used it, and they did some really awesome things with it. Look at that. Just put a nice little curve on that to make it even smoother. Also the one that makes buses go longer. I don't know about that one. What do you mean buses go longer? Like a longer route? I didn't know there was a limit to that. Okay, it's looking pretty good, pretty smooth overall. Pretty happy with that. Oh, like literally longer buses. Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Going underground, so it looks like it goes right in that hill. That looks pretty good. Lower it ever so slightly. I think that looks good. So that's going to go right through there. And if we can, out right there. Well, might have to lower that a bit, but that looks almost exactly how I want it. Just smooth it a little more. Perfect. Nice and smooth. So bring that out. And that will do something. It'll connect somewhere. How do you build overpasses? It would be page up and page down. Page up would be for a bridge. Page down would be if you want to make a tunnel like that. So not perfect. What did we do? Oh, it's because we started with this road. That's fine. Just have that come down like so. There we go. That actually goes with the hill a little better as well. Just make that curve nice and lovely. There we go. And with this being so wide, we might put a few roads on the actual hillside itself as well. Just getting a little neighborhood right back here. This is mostly going to be just residential, I think. I think that would be for the best, and also just maybe we can expand this industrial zone. They'll have more workers. They're very close and it's convenient for them, which is always good. But then we have this. Where are you going to go? Because we could do a couple things with this little road here. We could go up to this plateau area. Could do another sort of ramp up, which might look cool. We could do a tunnel, or what I'm thinking is we'll carve out another little valley, because there's already a slight bit of a valley in there. You can see it a little bit. It's a little lower. So if we carve that out, make that road connect up to here. That way it's kind of like one big sort of sectioned off. But keep the hill in the middle, because I like the hill. I think the hill's pretty neat. So let's try to get in there. Chop it up. Hey, what's up, MP? Welcome. Right through out to here. Now we might have to do a slope as well. Oh yeah, definitely have to do a slope. Let's start there. Actually more that height. Starting from here. Oh, I love this tool. This was one of the tools. This one, the slope tool. The terrain tool. It took me forever to learn how to actually properly use it in City Skylines. I didn't know like exactly how it worked, but once I found out what it actually does and how you use it, it quickly became like my favorite terrain tool. Just because you can make beautiful slopes just like that, and I think that just looks awesome. Actually doesn't look too bad. Yeah, the way the slope tool works, coexist, is you right click on like the height that you want. So we'll do a tiny little hill right here. So if we wanted this to be a really nice slope, I mean it's already a pretty nice slope. So we'll just, all right, so you can see it's definitely very hilly now. But if we wanted this to be a nice slope from this lower spot to this higher spot, you right click on the height you want at the top, or I guess you could do it either way, but I would usually right click on the top. Right click on the height at the top, and then left click at the bottom and then drag it, and it creates a nice smooth ramp, and it's awesome. So that looks pretty good. We might adjust it a little bit how it goes, but I don't mind that too much. And I'm going to put a little bit of a curve in here. Just because I love my little curves. And then in terms of the neighborhoods, I don't know really what we want to do. I don't really like this design, because if we do this, we are going to get a lot of people, well, probably not a lot of people, but some people. In fact, we already have people coming in, but people will be coming in and then immediately turning and probably taking this road in, because that one does go all the way through. So we should either have that connect like so, and then disconnect that. Maybe something a little more like that. We'll fix that, because that's crazy. I should do tutorials on the tools. I feel like there's already so many tutorials, and I probably wouldn't be able to explain them half as good as other people on YouTube already do, so I don't know about that. Alright, that's kind of funky looking. I actually kind of like that, even though it is very funky. Why is that so funky? What happened here? Hold up. We need to fix this. That road, I think, is messing us up. Get you going out to there. You going like so. Nope, that's still slightly off. There we go. I think that's a little better. And then we have to move this ever so slightly. Perfect. Alright, I kind of like that. And hopefully this will keep people on the main road. We could even make the speed limits on this a little less if we wanted to. Hey, what's up, Trash Man? Welcome. How are you doing this evening? Oops. That's not what I meant to do, but that's okay. There we go. I like that. Kind of. Maybe. Maybe kind of. Maybe with some other connections in here. Have I thought about playing Surviving Mars? I have. And I may be getting it soon. We'll see. I've been debating it. I've seen other people playing it. And it seems crazy. But also interesting at the same time. I don't know how good I would be at it, but I would definitely be willing to give it a shot. How do I adjust the speed limits? With the Traffic Manager mod, which has a bunch of these tools, it's got a speed limits section, which you can't do in the regular game. I wish you could. But luckily we've got the Traffic Precedent mod to help us with those things. Alright, we could do that, which does give us quite a large grid. Which I'm not sure if I like or not. I'm not sure if I like that. Because I kind of do, but at the same time, it looks a little too boxy. Maybe if we just had that come up to like there. We don't actually connect it all. Yeah, I think maybe something like that. I like a little better. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this, which might be a little crazy. Might be a little weird to have roads like this. And did I do something wrong here? Those are right. This is not right. Maybe like that. Alright, so that's kind of crazy. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our pathways and put a lovely path going this way along there and going that way along there. Actually, we could bring these a little bit closer, I think. Could we? Can we get it right? Nope. Is it possible to get it even closer? Like that? I did it on that side. I don't know how, but I did. There we go. Oh, that's even better. Gotta find the perfect pixel spot. Alright, I guess we can always just move it. That also works. Just the move mod. So it goes right up against it. And that's probably what we could have done over here. But I like making things difficult, so. But with the roads like that, and we'll keep that one. We'll keep that one. And then the pathways going like that. We take the zoning off of the main road, which is what we want, and then we'll have the zoning just be on the side roads, and they can be little neighborhoods kind of shoved in there. And I'm almost tempted to even. Oh, we can do that. Yes, we're going to do that. Are we going to do that? No, we're not going to do that. That's too insane. That's too insane to have 2 roads sidewalk to sidewalk next to each other. Even for me, that's a little crazy. Shove these a little closer just to make that less of a super wide sidewalk. The super sidewalk. So that way, these residential buildings, which we are going to go with the smaller. And I like it. Maybe a little bit of a curve there would be good to get some spots in there, but I like the idea of those. We'll do a road going off of it. That kind of dips down into an ugly spot. You can see neighborhoods like that in real life, though, with like roads right next to other roads. I don't think I've ever seen 2 roads right next to each other. I don't know. A road in a road, really? Like, see if the game will even allow me to do it. Oh, look. See? The game says no. The game says that shouldn't happen. So we're going to listen to the game. And we're also going to listen to the game, get these guys some water and some electricity. So that's the water, and actually we need to properly connect it to somewhere else. There we go. And then electricity, we've got this line down here. So no big deal. They're being built. And I'm starting to like this little weird zone that we've got going on. Let's put a district out here before too many people start growing. Hey, what's up, Underground? Welcome. The Holly Hills, pretty apt name for a district built into a hillside. And we're going to give these guys out here the schools out policy to hopefully encourage them to work in the Briar Rose Hills. And where's our nearest garbage? Down there. We might want to sneak some in the industrial zone. What's the point of districts? Districts allow you to set certain policies for a specific zone in your city. Like for this zone that we just built, we gave them the schools out policy, which makes them prefer working in industrial zones rather than going to school, getting an education, and working in an office building. Also for industrial areas, you can choose what type of specialization if you want one. Like for that one, it's the forest industry. And then same thing goes with your commercial buildings and office buildings if you have the DLCs that add the extra styles to them. So we have a couple zones. You can see some more forest here. These really tall buildings are what's called IT cluster office buildings. So we have a district that tells them to be that kind. And you can see here, we actually are using multiple districts in this one area. So we get this cool effect of very tall buildings there on the inside. But as you get on the outside of the area, not as tall. Or say no to big trucks, that's another one. Has a couple traffic policies, which are helpful sometimes, like allowing people not to cut through areas. Education boost if you want, I guess, the opposite of a schools out policy. And then just like a bunch of other fancy things. Encourage biking you can do if you want people to bike more. Just stuff like that. And of course, if you ever want to know exactly what a policy does, if you just hover over it, it'll tell you exactly what it does. Some of them cost money, but some not so much. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Lurking most of the time. Nothing wrong with the lurking. Enjoy the lurk. I'm doing pretty well, though. Thank you very much for asking. Alright, these guys are looking good. Let's get a few more houses out here. Particularly around this circular bit, because I think that looks awesome. Maybe not on the inside, though. Maybe we'll do some sort of park on there. Or maybe we'll do a park out here. So actually, yeah. We'll keep the housing. We'll check our parks. We do have the small parks, which actually... Oh, I love when this happens. When they fit perfectly on the ends like that. A little weird with how they connect to the road, but not too shabby. Grab our path. Make it look like one big park. And just add a few more trees. It all connects together. Schwein Mario, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How you doing? Hope I pronounced your name correctly. If I butchered it, I apologize. I probably did. How's that look? Pretty good? Pretty cohesive? Gonna add some rocks to the park. I thought about it. And we could add a few rocks in there. But I feel like these parks don't have it. So it might look a little out of place. Super sick. Happy there's a stream to distract from that. Well, I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather. Hopefully you feel better soon. But glad you're here. You've come to the right place to relax and forget about your illness. No rocks, I know. Me putting a park with no rocks, it's blasphemous, right? But we'll get some rocks. We do have, trust me, I've been eyeing up this little, what would you call that? A hexagon kind of shape? It's not quite a hexagon. It's a little elongated. But trust me, I know. I just think this looks more like one park when you blend all the trees together. Which is kind of what we were going for. I also think, since we are right next to some green industry, maybe we'll do some organic shops out here, because they'll also be a little smaller. So let's do our commercial, local and organic produce. That way we also don't have to worry about them making too much noise on this road, because we are going to put a little more residential right back there, and maybe not right there, and not right there either. That way we can get some lovely paths going in there. Have that go all the way down. And those organic shops looking good. We've got soy and lentils, everyone's favorite. I also feel like it's not flat, even though it should be. Why are you not perfectly flat? What happened right here? Want a couple roads sneaking back there? Maybe just this one. But we will make it the world's tiniest cul-de-sac. Because they are adorable. Hey, what's up, Amy? Thought this city already got to 1,000? We got very close. I think we were at like 99,000. But hopefully today will be the day. Soy and lentils, oh boy. That's the appropriate reaction. Another little neighborhood. I just feel like we're wasting a little bit of space right here. What could we do there before people build? What could we do? Other than just put a road. That's kind of silly looking. Oh, unless we did this. Hold on. What if we had... We're going to flatten a little bit more. Amy! With the 1,000 bits! Amy, thank you very, very much. That is very generous of you. And guys, if you don't know Amy, she also streams City Skylines from time to time. I think you were building a map the other day, if I recall correctly. Build some pretty cool maps. So check her out. Lovely person. Awesome streamer. You were map making. I still haven't tested that yet. I still haven't delved into the world of map making. I'm a little intimidated, not gonna lie. I'll just wait for you to put your maps on the workshop, and I'll just build on those. How about that? All right, let's get that going. Out to there. And let's see, could I actually do this? It's the test. All right, get you going. Right to there. Right to there. Oh boy, that is not quite how I imagined it, but I kind of like it. I kind of like that it's on a cliff. I don't know what you guys think. I think that's pretty neat though. And that goes to show you, that's not what I was going for. But sometimes if you try something crazy, you might get something cool. I believe some of you might call it a happy accident. We'll make it a little less of a height, just to keep it within the realm of reason. Oh, these guys need a little bit of water. But I think that's pretty cool. It also kind of gives us a little bit of symmetry, where it's not perfectly symmetrical, but we've got the one rounded edge over there, the other rounded edge over here. Which I always feel like if you do something like that where you have an area with similar features, not necessarily exact same thing, but a similar type of design to it, it makes it feel more cohesive and put together, rather than just random things for the sake of random. I feel like we need a tree or something in there. Definitely. Maybe something a little more rocky. Now we just want just enough space to put a house or two. Grab our slope tool just to make this a little more. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful slope. Try to do the same over here if we can. Not too shabby. I like it. Just enough room for a row of houses. Let's see if we can get some proper zoning on there now, because we don't have any currently. Oh, but there we go. So upgrade it. You know what? We'll keep the grass road on there, just to make them a little fancier up on the high road, since they're literally on the high road. In the zoning. Oh, this zone right here looks a little off. Oh, still. Just back that up a little bit more. There we go. Nah, it's still. Why don't you want to be a big house? Okay. What is this road doing? This road is freaking out. Does it not have enough land underneath it? Sometimes that's the case. There it is. Yeah, sometimes if you have weird zoning like that doesn't fix, it might be because technically the earth under the road isn't there, which is a weird problem to have. Probably a dangerous one as well. You probably want some sort of support underneath the roads to make sure it doesn't just collapse at any moment. But now we can go back in and make it a little smoother on the inside bit. Looks okay. Looks pretty good to me. Add in a couple more houses on the corners. I'm not going to do it on the inside of the slope though. Or at least try not to. But that all can be housing. This all can be housing. Move those power lines so they can zone properly. Right up to, but not on, the main road. And they've got their little bit of commercial. 86% traffic for the entire city, which is like a personal record for me in terms of traffic. Gotta love it. Couple people using this crazy long road that doesn't really go to many places other than just the Holly Hills in here. But we're slowly building up and slowly getting some more to just connect the city there. We're finally bringing it all together. This one's still a little out there, that industrial zone. But this part, the coast, is really coming together, which is good to see. Oh, I love how this city looks. It's definitely getting a lot curvier up here, which is kind of cool, because down on this side of the mountain, it's definitely a lot more straight and narrow, rigid grid type roads. We do have, curves within the spots, but the majority of the main roads are going, perpendicular to one another, 90-degree angles. But then you get over here, we start throwing in the curves, some curvy bridges, curvy districts, long curvy roads, curvy coastlines. So each side of the mountain kind of has its own look and feel, which is nice to see. We do have that industrial demand, and we've been putting off putting any on the main roads out here, which I feel like is probably for the best. But maybe we'll do a little bit and just see how the traffic handles it. So we'll do a little bit there. We'll keep it off of the side roads though. that. And they are already building, which is awesome. Living in Alaska. I am not, unfortunately, living in Alaska, opposed to what my Twitch name says. I would love to visit Alaska. It's one of my places on my list of areas of the world I need to visit in my life. But I am not currently there, which makes me sad. Although it did, where I'm living, just snow about a foot in the past 24 hours, so as far as I'm concerned, when I look outside, I could be in Alaska. Not sure if I'd want to live there. I know it's pretty expensive because it's far away from all the other states. A little bit like Hawaii. Probably not as expensive as Hawaii, but maybe comparable. But definitely a good spot to visit then. Snow ended up just north of you. You got lucky then. Although, I did get the day off from work, which is nice. So I can't complain about that. Alright, what are we doing here? Let's change you to that. And actually, let's make this little bit of road asymmetric 3 lanes. So we can get a turning lane in there. That's also going to become a stop sign. That's going to become a stop sign. Actually, all these should be stop signs. What happened here? There we go. Now, the one thing I want to keep my eye on is that traffic, because we are putting the industrial buildings right on the main road. So I don't want it to get too clogged up. But hopefully, because we do have that 4-lane road, it's not going to be too bad. And also, if we went in here and adjusted each road to where only the middle lane was going straight through, that could help as well. But that's only if the traffic gets really bad. It's doing pretty well right now. Let's maybe take the parking off of these roads, because that seems like a terrible place to park. And maybe along the little curve as well. What kind of map am I planning on using next? You know, I haven't really thought about it too much. Last time we did a workshop map that was the Scandinavian Archipelago, I believe it was called, and it was all flat. This one, another workshop map, but very mountainous. So I don't know. We hit both extremes. So maybe I've been thinking about maybe just doing a vanilla map. Just because we've done 2 workshop maps in a row. And also the vanilla maps seem to be kind of like a nice mix between insanely hilly and perfectly flat, so might be exactly what we need. Let's grab, oh, that's the asymmetric road. Let's grab the regular road, but let's grab this height right here. And let's make a little bit of a cliff. So we kind of continue these hills along. I feel like that makes this look a little more natural to have giant mountain, little bumps, a little bit of a flat area, and then it comes down to the smooth bit. A little more of a transition rather than just a hard stop to the hills. And also, we can put a cool neighborhood out here. So that's the important part. But I like it. I should use one of your maps. Hey, if you have your maps on the workshop and you give me a link to it or whatever, I would be more than happy to try out one of your maps, Amy. That goes right to there. That looks pretty good. And we can go back to there. Unless we wanted to do another little cul-de-sac, which I'm always tempted to do, just because they do look so lovely. Or even something like that, which kind of goes back to this little half circle shape that we got going on. I kind of like that. I don't know if we're really going to get many houses on the edge. Maybe a couple tiny guys. Or we could put a giant building up here. That's the other option. Depending on what we have. Because that always looks cool as well. A giant skyscraper. Although we don't really have many unique buildings left. We've pretty much put them all in. Except the fantastic fountain. Or the zoo. Or the casino. The casino on the hilltop. Those great sledding hills, yo. Those would be amazing sledding hills, minus the part where you go right into traffic. But hopefully if there's that much snow on the ground that people are going sledding, there's not too much traffic on the road. I kind of like it, but I feel like maybe it should primarily be that little curve. And then we'll just leave that. Because it seemed a little unsafe. But I do like that. Give them the grass as well. So the zoning. Maybe a snow map could be cool. We did do a snow map a couple cities ago. I think before the Scandinavian archipelago city. I think it was a snow map. But I would definitely do a snow map again. That was pretty fun. Like that. Let's make sure they have water. Oh, and we're at 98,000 and change. It's going up. Oh, and we were gonna do a little bit of decoration over here. Let's do the big tree in the center. That looks pretty good. I also want to try and do... Oh, not that. A little pathway going along here. Let's actually go starting on this side. Oh. Okay then. So raise that up so we're not seen through the earth. Just get this going right around. So, we can adjust the ugly bits once it's all built. Go down and right in there. Perfect. So now, once we get this all lined up, it'll be a lovely little walkway. Oh. That hopefully follows right along with the road, which I think will look a little safer because it's got a railing, while the regular sidewalk there does not. That looks pretty good. And we actually could, I guess, cover up the sidewalk. But then we might get some Sims clipping through it, so not gonna do that. But we could. I'm sure there's mods to like replace the sidewalk or add railings to the sidewalk, which would essentially do the same thing that we're trying to do, just a little nicer. But I don't mind this. It's our little way of doing it. A little closer. Looks pretty close to perfect, if you ask me, minus that height being a little too tall. Right along the road. Maybe people will use it, maybe not. Probably not. Because actually there's no way for them to get up or get on the pathway from up here. If we swung it around. Oh, I guess technically it's still raised. Would need to be ground level. And then swing it around. Oh. I think that might work if we do that. It looks kind of cool. And I wonder if actually if people would use that. They'll go through there. I'm hoping they do. We'll have to watch. There's not too many people up here, so it might be a while. We'll keep our eye on it. At least now it's theoretically functional. But what do we want to do in this little area? We do have a unique building from the workshop. This guy, which actually fits in there perfectly. Let's give it a shot. Super Mall. That is a gigantic mall for such a small area. I don't know, I kind of like it though. We do have to connect it to the road. Because this is one of those weird buildings that has a road actually built into it already. Oops. Oh. Interesting. Can't actually connect it. There we go. We have ways of making it work. I kind of like that though. Little neighborhood, giant mall. They've got a Taco Bell. How can you go wrong with a Taco Bell? It's also a little bit of path. I'm gonna drag you right back here. Get a lovely path going all the way behind it. Looking good. And then last but not least, I think it could use some parking lots around it. I don't have any huge parking lots. We've got some. We've got some small guys. Let's see, how does that look? Is that ugly? The answer's probably yes. We'll just go with that then. We'll go with 3 on each side. Oh, actually, I can't put that one there, which feels bad. But why could we fit it on this side? Is there more of a gap on that side? Oh, look at that. It's slightly, ever so slightly bigger on that side. That's kind of weird. Alright, just move you. Nope, still no. Move you out of the way. Put a parking lot. Move you back. Like nothing ever happened. I'm okay with that. That'll do. Another bit of a path. In there. And in there. Which we will stretch out to make it. Can just hug this entire side of it. And same on this side. Start with something little. Make it a little grander. A couple big trees to hide those bald spots. Oh, that's a tiny guy. There. Trees in there. And I think we're done. I think it's good. I think it's perfect. I don't think it's missing anything at all. Except for one thing. And that one thing is a boulder. Oh, we got it. Oh, we got the boulders. They're like Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop. Get a couple of little guys. In addition. And I think now it is complete. And to top it all off, we are now over 100,000 population for the city of Petra Vallis. Hey, what's up, Tank Dog? What is that building? This building is a workshop building, and it is the Sunshine's Super Mall, and I think that's also the name of it on the workshop. It comes with a Taco Bell and a Ben & Jerry's, and I think there's some other shops. I don't recognize them right off the bat. And it's a pretty cool, unique building, big mall. And yeah, we are at 100,000 population. I'm pretty impressed that we were able to do it, just because of how insane this map is in terms of the terrain. It's definitely by far the most sprawled out 100,000 population that I think I've ever seen in City Skylines. I know a lot of people can they do the one tile challenge or whatever, and they can get 100,000 in just a couple tiles, but it took us quite a few more. I think, let's see, that's 9 tiles right there. There's another 9. So at least 30 tiles. I would say maybe upwards of 35 to get 100,000 population, but we did it. We succeeded in our goal. The only other goal we had for the city was getting and maybe even launching the Chirp X building. Where is it? The Chirp X. So let's finish up Holly Heights here. Let's get some more commercial. I think maybe even taking the zoning off of this road. Would be good. Alright, that looks pretty good. And hopefully we'll be able to do this. Well, we're gonna delete that path. Just move you over to that. There we go. Some beautiful zoning. Put you right back. Oh, we're gonna move it again. Just stay over there for a while. There we go. There's that beautiful zoning that we want. So now we can put some more commercial buildings right along the mall. And we'll do a couple little guys right in front of the mall as well. And then I think this side we might do some office buildings. Just a little bit of variety. And if they have any issues, maybe we'll delete them. Maybe we'll make that a giant triangular park or something. But I like that. It'll also give some more taller buildings to go with the mall. Hey, what's up, Lofted Club? Welcome. You. And that is looking mighty fine. A little more industry might be good. And the traffic out here doesn't seem to be getting any worse with the addition of these extra bits of industrial zoning. So that's why we're putting a little more. That's a lot. A metro stop at the mall. Ooh. Would a metro stop be good there? Probably. Metro stops are good anywhere. And we could actually... Well, I was going to say bring it down to here, but... maybe not. Why do all these metros use the one side? Aren't there technically two lines in there? Can I move those? Where's the metros? Metros? No. Metro. Can't I move you to that side? No? You can't do that? It's disappointing. Oh, I did something. People are moving. Or are they just moving normally? Hey, what's up, Saf? What's going on? Alright, this area actually is pretty busy. And there's actually 3 separate lines. You can see the red ones are kind of slowing up with the yellow ones. Is this the yellow line? Where's the yellow line go? And where's the red line go? Yellow line goes out to the industrial zone. Oh, that's the work line. That's right. And that has 5 vehicles. I'm gonna make that 1, since we don't really seem to need that many cars, and it does seem to be clogging up that area just a little bit. We've got 3 lines, that's fine. Red's got 4. Let's make red have 3. This guy's got 5. Where are you? Where's the orange line? Orange line is... Oh, orange line goes through the mountain. 5 seems like a lot, though. But they do have a lot of people, so... Do the metro lines make money? I believe they do. I think they have, like, ticket sales. Let's check it out. Income. Let's see how much our metro's making. Metros are they 17,000? I'm assuming they're the most expensive because we have the most people using that. So we're currently making 17,500, just below. And on our education expenses, we are spending 10,000. So by far, more profit. Trains, however, we're spending almost 20,000 on, and only making 200. That's because most of our trains are cargo trains, so we'll let that slide. It's more for industry than for people. But overall, we've got a profit. This is the longest I've looked at my expenses and income ever. But hey, everything's going good. We're in the green. All right, what is happening? Metros, that's what we were thinking. And we could do the thing where we just link another train here because it's going out to there. So I'm assuming this is, the closest stop, so it makes the most sense. Unless we wanted to come all down to here, but this already has 3 separate lines going to it. It's kind of already crazy. But we could just link that together. Or what we could do, which I'm thinking is what we're going to do, is put another stop in, either across the street, maybe on the other side. Have that go to there, and that also would allow us to move the yellow line, where we could have that connect. That way it's not clogging up the same tube as the red line, which I think might be for the best. So let's put another metro station in there. Maybe also we can get some zoning in there to make it not seem so lonely. And I'm just doing this because OCD reasons. Looks pretty good. And then we'll get, I guess we should put the other stop in first. And I'll put it right by the mall, right across the street. Looks good. Relatively close proximity to a bunch of areas. Put a little path going right in there. tree. Just to make it seem nice and homey. And I'll get those tubes connected. So you're going to come straight down to there, which does work. And then this is going to come, hopefully, over to here. Connecting up to there. And we'll move that yellow line, if we can grab it. Grab the green. We can grab the red. Do we just need to delete it, maybe? Or grab it from over here. Drag stop to move to there. Oh, I guess I still need to... I know what to do. Hide the lines. Which one is it? Which one are you? 13. Hide. There we go. And then the red. Alright, I just swapped those around, but it's all good. It should be fine. They're there. And then this line going that way. And then right back. And they're still using the same exact side. I could have swore there was multiple tracks in there, but I could be wrong. I just saw the metro peeking through the ground. What was that? What was that about? Anyway. So the reds and the greens have their own station, own paths. Not crossing over each other, not getting in each other's way. And then the green and the yellow on this side, just making everything a little nicer, flow a little better, while also providing public transportation to the entire city. And the path going right into here. Go that way. There we go. It's as smooth as it's getting. You're just gonna have to live with going up that little tiny hill. I'm sorry, guys. I tried to help you out. Not too shabby. There are people walking around here. I think I saw a couple people walking between the two stations. I could be wrong. Let's see. There's a big group of people. Let's see if anyone walks into there. It's hard to tell who came out of there now. But I think a couple of them switched spots. A couple trees there. We'll add a few office buildings to there, and on this side. And I think just more office buildings, because I don't want this to get really any busier than it already is if we put more commercial. And we've got the demand. So let's keep on going with the offices. Is looking good. Our industrial looks good. Oh, minus the fire. But I think we have fire on call here. Yeah, there they are. They're making a loop around for some reason. taking care of it. Take parking off that tiny little road. And let's add a little more industrial. Right in there. Train traffic. Oh, we do have a little bit of train traffic. What is going on? What? Hold up. What is going on underground here? Is it backed up the entire way? What happened? That was really weird. Did they not want to go in the tunnel? Were they scared of the tunnel? That is a lot of trains. Good lord. This is what happens when you have so many cargo train stations. It kind of becomes a bit of a mess. Wow. Interesting. It's fascinating to see the trains move around. And where the heck are they going? Alright, we might need to do some train management. Which is... I mean, we don't have to. They seem to be doing fine. But, I would like to, maybe not right now, but eventually try to get, like, a proper train system in. Create a separate line for the cargo trains. That is a smart idea, and I think that is what we got. This is just the out-of-city line. And in fact, all these trains are cargo trains. That's kind of the problem, is we just have so many cargo trains. The only pedestrian train we actually have in the city was way back in the beginning. We were like, hey, maybe we'll get trains going everywhere. So we put this guy in, and nobody wanted to use it. Actually, 100 people are using it, so those holdout 100 people using the trains. Which makes me think if we had that go further down into the city, would more people actually be using it? Maybe in another universe we have trains instead of metros. But yeah, I would like to, maybe I'll, like, for the next city, maybe we'll make it really heavily invested in trains. Because I love using the trains. I'm just terrible at it. I'm just terrible at implementing tracks and train routes and stuff like that. So maybe I'll pick a city and like Google map it and its train system and try to figure out how the heck it works. Tracks go underground, yeah, for the turns. Yeah, because that's kind of where the trouble comes from, is the left turn. Like those guys right there, stopping. But where are you going? Are you going straight through or are you going to there? No, they're going straight through. We'll try to fix this a little bit. Just because we know it's here now. So we'll make this the one way. That's going to be one way going in. Right? But then for the left-hand turns, we'll start you underground, break you off, get you going above ground over here. And then connect them like so. Alright, that makes a little more sense. Hopefully that connects properly. So that's wide enough of a turn for the game's AI. So that'll help those guys out, at least. Which appeared to be the majority of the train traffic. And now we have no trains to see if it actually works. Where's that train even coming from? We have so many ridiculous tunnels in the city. I think it comes from over here. Oh, also we have a bunch of dead people that we should probably do something about. We do have a crematorium. A couple of them. They're just very far away from the action. But speaking of which, we don't actually have any services out here. So let's put a medical center in. Let's do a crematorium. And then police and fire would probably be good to have as well. And we'll put these guys down. Oh. We put them somewhere where they're not destroying a bunch of buildings. That's fine. We'll put it there. A little service square there. People using the metros, it looks like. A couple people. Not a huge amount. But we do have 7,000 citizens using it per week. And 1,000 tourists, so a good chunk of the population. That's still waiting to zone. This is still funky. Traffic's still at 84. Awesome. Anyone using this pathway? No, not yet. That's a shame. Alright, the fires are out. Things are looking good. Let's make a new area. And this is going to be the ChirpX launch site. Out here, little bit of industrial zone at the beginning, and then space shuttle out in the open, because I feel like it would be sort of out in the middle of nowhere. I don't think a space launch would happen in the middle of town. So let's get a little curve in. Let's see how big this sucker is. Oh, that is a large building. Oh boy. Just like that. That is awesome. Let's buy these couple of tiles. Just a few more. So we can smooth this out. There we go. That looks much better. Just out here in the middle of nowhere. Trying to create something that looks like a business sort of center. That would make sense for a launch site. That looks absolutely beautiful. Alright. Are you allowed to post a picture of the map you made? Oh, I would love to see a picture of that. Let me just give you the permit. And there you go. You should be able to post a link. Is this the next map that I'm going to build on? Let's take a look at it. Whoa, look at this. That is insane looking. Now, how long did that take you? Wish you could see what you're on top. Oh, let me pull it up onto the stream. So we can check this out. There we go. Make it a little larger. That is an insane map. Very mountainous. It almost kind of reminds me of the map we're building on right now. Maybe a little more flat land, like here. I would definitely start the city, I would think, right in this bay, or around here. Maybe working some suburbs up to there. That's pretty awesome. That is a very cool map. I don't know if I could ever make a map like that. coming down to here. The most mountains you made? I feel like making a mountain map. Now correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never made a map before. But making a map with a lot of mountains is probably a lot more work than making a map that's just a normal map, like a flat map. Because I feel like, you know, you're putting in each one of those mountains, right? So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of terrain tool. Alright. I don't know how I'm feeling about this area as a whole, but I kind of like it. Hey, what's up, homie? Welcome. Kind of like that. Kinda being the key word. Oh, you import height maps. See, that's a thing I didn't even know. Next time, just say you did it all by hand. And that it seems amazing that you did it in so little time. Going in there. Everything looks to be okay. I do still kind of like that. That's not bad. Sweet you. Get you going. Over to here. There it is. Is that it? Is that the perfect square? That's not a perfect square. What am I doing? Why can't I make a perfect square? There it is. Good lord. Sometimes my brain just stops working. But that's what we're looking for. Oh, I probably also should have flattened this a little bit before we started. That's not too bad. Realistic mountains is really difficult, I can imagine. Because even just the few little times where I try to terraform a little bit and carve mountains up, it's never realistic. So, well, I'm thinking for all these squares here, since we do have the Chirpex building, which we should probably give some power and water to. Hopefully that's enough. They've got the water. They just need the power. There we go. But since we have the awesome TripX building... Oh, what? Canceled. Uncancel it. We're launching it anyway. Do we have a rocket? I want to see some rocket construction going on. But since we have that building, like I'm saying, like I'm trying to say, I'm thinking all these high-tech buildings, like the Nanotechnology Center, and the Software Development Studio. And these guys, Research Center, which actually, oh, it fits in there perfectly. All those fancy buildings. Make them extra fancy. And why are you so sunk into the ground? There we go. Oh, that's why. Because the far road is slightly higher than the others. Oops. Let's grab all these guys. Bring it down. There we go. That's the height we want. Again, had I flattened this before, it would have been all good to go. Not too bad though. Just a little bumpy here and there. Oh, that is way too low. Alright, so we did the hard way, but we eventually got everything to be relatively flat. In the end, just getting it done, however we do it, is the ultimate goal. How's our rocket doing? How do I know if it's working? Are you doing stuff? Are you building? Oh, we got a little bit of green. We got the rocket under construction. What a time to be alive. Do a bunch of office buildings around here. I feel like we need another fancy, unique building. Semiconductor plant. That sounds important for something going to space. Their power will connect soon. If I do that, will it connect? Nope. Sometimes you get lucky. Oh, I know what we can do. I know what we can do to make our power connect. We can put in one of these little guys. These little adorable guys. Right at the end of the street here. And then we can connect it. Can we see it being built? Will we see it slowly get put together, or is it just gonna one day just pop in? Oh, it's getting a little full. A little more full. Either way, it's pretty awesome. I'm excited. And we're using up all our demand. Traffic is getting very busy in here, while still remaining at 85%. Can't complain about that. But yeah, just very, very full coming to the cargo hub there. Also going to zone a little more in the Hickory district here, because we still have a little bit of zoning to fill up that we never got around to before. And then, do we have any other areas that we haven't zoned yet? Areas that we've built but just never put anything on? I guess maybe this road a little bit, but I don't know what exactly we would do there. Maybe a little more residential. That road is going out to here, which I think we were gonna maybe put another lighthouse on. We just never got around to doing that. A lot of dead people in the leisure district, though. That's not good. We do have a couple crematoriums in the area. There just be a lot of dead people for some reason. I don't know why that is. But we'll throw a crematorium in. The ultimate leisure being dead. Such a good time, they all just decided to stay forever. A little more of a curve to that. I think that looks a little nicer. More housing right along there. Have it mix into offices along there, and then we'll put just a little more leisure or commercial. I don't know if that's technically leisure. Right in there. Is it a death wave? I don't think it is. It might be. But do death waves happen in commercial districts? Maybe it's just like faulty safety measures. It also might just be the lack of our death care. Because we only have 600 in the entire city. Maybe it is just a little mini death wave in this area. But that is one of the thankful things about having a crazy city like this where everything is spread out, is we really haven't had any death wave at all in this entire city. We do have some fire, though. Oh, we've got fire. How long have you been burnt down? But we've been pretty slowly growing the city, which, I mean, I was trying to do on purpose because I don't want a death wave. Actually, yeah, maybe a little death wave-ish tendency in here. But we've done a really good job at avoiding major serious death waves. I think the most this has ever gone up to is probably where it is at now, 600 people. So, in terms of overall death care, healthcare stuff, death waves, another thumbs up for the city of Petra Vallis, along with the traffic, 84%, and we're starting to build a rocket ship. Oh, it's slow. It's slowly getting there, but it's getting there. So what do we have to do? Do we have to wait for this green bar to fill up all the way, and then do we click launch and then it does the launch preparations? Because I've never seen this in action. We're exploring it all together. But this is looking good down here. Let's do more offices. And this is just all going to be offices. Just one big office zone. Kind of like the last frontier of the city. We don't want to speed the game up. We could, but we could also look for other things to do while it's preparing. Mainly zones that haven't built yet. These guys are finally building, which is good to see. Get a little bit of that population back from the death waves. Do we want to put a lighthouse? I don't know if we do. I don't think we do. We have enough lighthouses in the city. Oh, and we also have this rocket over here. The mini rocket. And then we'll see how the big rocket does all the way back there. And then this area actually could use a little bit of stuff. We've got a little bit of commercial there. I think this road should have a little bit of commercial. Lighthouse with a path around it. We've got one of those in the city already. And I'm going to delete this road because we're not going to build up there. That's ridiculous. A little bit of commercial, which we actually have the most demand for, is the commercial. A little more in there, and in there. Oh, we're actually starting to have a little bit of worker issues. Not enough educated workers. Maybe we need another university. We have a couple in the city, which is surprising given the amount of industrial we have, but we have one in Applegate Heights that we actually just put in recently. We've got two down on our early peninsula, and then I thought we had one more, but maybe we don't. But maybe we need one. I think we need one more university. Now, where do we want to put it? Maybe that's what we can do up here. With that road that I just deleted. Get that going up. Do a little university up on the hill. Kind of like the idea of that. Oh, and actually, I think we can finally... We can make this connect a little better. Let's get you... Just going like that, so we can delete this insane thing. And then that goes down to there, which actually, oh, would we be able to connect this with a little guy right there on the hill? Oh, we can. I love it. Get you deleted out of there. We still need this ridiculous thing. But let's make it look a little nicer. Let's put it right along the road. Rather than being haphazardly just thrown around. There, so we can delete this ridiculous thing that goes over the highway. There we go. A little more reasonable. And a little nicer looking, having it just go right along the road rather than cutting through nothingness. And then this one, that's still just that. Really much we can do about that, I think. Unless we did like a line of water plants. That were just wide enough to connect. Oh, they have to be pretty close, don't they? Oh boy. Like, we could do that. But I feel like that stands out more than just the power lines themselves. So good thing I spent all that money. Also, the ships are going through them, so let's not do that. But let's flatten out a little area right here. Nothing too crazy. going up to there. Put a road right there. And slap a university on it. Raise that up just a little bit to make it all nice and even. Oops. Get that curving right into there. Which isn't exactly how we had it before, but I do think that looks pretty cool up there. And then we can add some of the plazas around it. And would we actually... Yeah, we could fit 4 of them, but be a little oddly spaced out. A couple parking lots in. And should we move it back 1? Just to fit another parking lot? I think we should. Just going back a little further. That's okay. Bring it back down to earth. So now we can fit 1 more parking lot and a plaza. And then we'll just put a path in there to fill up the little gap. I think that looks good. Connect to that road. Connect that up. Let's also make this a tree road. I don't know why, but I like the tree roads around the universities. I feel like it makes it feel a little bit more like a campus. And then back here, we'll put a couple apartment buildings, some dormitories. Water. They need power. Oh yes. Oh, that's all it takes. Just one of these little guys. How's our space shuttle coming along? Still moving, still grooving. Maybe we'll speed it up just a little bit. And hopefully this will start growing, because we do have a little bit of residential. Getting all the tiny bushes in there. 25% traffic, not too bad. Oh, we got a little bit of water in here. What's going on here? Why do we have a little bit of water? Is that left over from the one time this area flooded? Is it still flooded? Because that was a long time ago. Is the height just low enough that it doesn't evaporate and go away? It just pooled into a little lake. Because this entire intersection is completely underwater. There we go. Oh, nope. There it is. Maybe, maybe not. These people don't care. These people do not care at all that there's just water in the middle of the intersection. I thought water evaporated if it didn't have a source. But this one's just going strong. There we go. Oh. Almost. Yeah, I can still even see it a little bit right in there. Oh, it's back. These guys, these are the only people concerned. These two. They're like, hey, there's some flooding going on here. We could... There is a building, like the pump services building, which are these guys, but it's a pretty big building. I guess we could throw it in down here in our new... Actually, yeah, let's put it right there. Industrial zone. Oh, it doesn't fit. So close. So close to fitting. It's off by a corner. Would it be able to fit in there if that was a... I'm not going to put a word there. What if we did? But what if we did? There we go. That's pretty cool looking as you come into the industrial zone. Kind of a little out of place. Oh, and I totally forgot about our garbage facility out here. A little bit of a hilltop. Why does this dip down so much and then go back up? I think that was an oversight when we were building this area. It doesn't need to dip down and then come back up. Alright, but they have a vehicle out and about looking to pump some water off the roads, so hopefully no more flooding here. It looks like it's all gone, but just in case for future reference. Oh, no, they're still technically underwater. I don't know why. These guys, yeah, having not enough educated workers, but the students should hopefully be getting their education on. Let's see. Oh, it's very slow. I wonder if it's because, if it's going so slowly, because the industry that it needs is ore and oil. And I thought we had a little bit of both. But maybe we don't. What is this? This is ore. Oh, do we not have oil? Maybe that's why. Because your farms, your trees, your more trees. What are you? Are you oil? This is oil. Okay. It's on the opposite side of the city. Are you oil as well? You are not. Shall we turn it into oil? I think maybe we should. Oh, actually, only that little section is oil. That's right. We were testing to see if they were going to have any issues. But it doesn't look like they are. So let's make it a little bigger. Because we have the district within a district. Which I know there's no point of it now. But I still like it, so let's keep it. I'm also going to expand that district. And then we can break it up. So you're going to be all oil over here as well. I'm glad to see that we were preparing for it, even though I completely forgot about it. Those guys are building. We'll add a little more. Actually, we'll add a little bit more down here to fill it out. Learned so much that you did wrong in your first city. First cities are always the test city. And every city is a little bit of a learning experience. The more you do it, the easier it'll get. Have the same interchange in your city? Oh, this guy? This was the default interchange for like the start of the city. This was our starting point. We did try to recreate it at one point further down here. You can see now it just became our own sort of design. But we tried. It didn't turn out well. That's hence why we changed it. Well, that's cool. I wonder if I'm assuming the person maybe that made this map made that interchange, or unless he just got it off the workshop as well. I don't know. It Kid, or is it IT Kid? IT It. Thank you very much for the follow. They're slowly building, slowly coming back. Oh man, look at all the traffic. Look at all that traffic. Do we have... No, we don't. That should be like that. There we go. Make it a little quicker. It is fascinating how this one works, though. I think when I first started this city and I saw this interchange, I just stared at it and I was like, what is happening on this road, because I didn't know how it worked. It's big on the roundabouts, but it never gave us a problem while we were building, and it's still not giving us a problem even with 100,000 population. As a new follower, I'll say hi. Well, welcome. Glad you could be here. All right, a little bit more commercial down in here. I just want one little corner building right on there. Nothing too crazy, because it is pretty hilly there. I do still love this spot with the bridge, going over a bridge, going over a road, for absolutely no reason other than it looks cool. I am going to take the zoning off of that road. So we can finally get some zoning in here. And we'll do a little bit of mixing with the taller buildings and the shorter buildings. That way we get a little bit of a drop off. Doesn't just go from a skyscraper to nothingness. I think that'll look good. And do the same down there, minus that one little tiny building, because they never seem to do all right. Man, in this area, if you want to talk about a crazy looking area, this area became pretty crazy looking. Built into the hillside, connecting up two different districts. We've got bridges over bridges. We've got carved out steps of the mountain. We've got the oppression center, or the oppression office, whatever it is. It's a ridiculous area. Hey, what's up, Liquid? What's up, Extenian? Welcome. How are you guys doing? Glad you could join us. We've hit 100,000 in the city. Time for a new city. We're getting close. The last thing we need to do is launch the ChirpX rocket. We're halfway through rocket construction, and then we're going to launch it up. And then I think that might be the end of it. I don't know. I can't really think of anything else this city needs. I don't know about you guys. We've got the Eden Project. We've got the ultimate garbage center. So in terms of monuments, we're pretty good. This area maybe could use some stuff. Do I talk about everything out loud even if nobody's watching? You know what? Talking out loud, it's a great way to kind of, think. To kind of hear the words that you're actually saying. Kind of cements it a little better. And actually, I think I do want some roads out here. Even though it might get super busy. But let's see. If we raise this up. Is that tall enough? That is. Alright. Raise that up to there. Bring it back down. Something like that. But the important thing, the thing I really want here, is back here. I want to see if I can get a tunnel to go right through here, under the main road. Oh, we can do it. We can do it. Almost perfect. We might want to flatten a little bit on this side, particularly. To get it a little smoother for a tiny little neighborhood, nothing too crazy. But I mainly just want this tunnel in here because I think it's going to look awesome. Get a little bigger brush just to make it go a little faster. Beautiful. Because I always felt like this area, when I looked at it from above, you saw the mountain range, and you had this like hard line with that road there. It just looked a little off to me. Because most of the other areas, like over here, it goes right up against the mountain. Obviously, in our little valley we got going on, it's cut into the mountain, so that's going by it. And then back here, we kind of followed it. So that always just looked a little out of place, I guess. Do a little bit like that. Have you come right to there. Down to there. And back out. Bring it down so it looks like the road stays level the whole way through, which I'm not sure if it actually does or doesn't, but it actually looks pretty good. Do that, and I think that looks super cool. Even though there's nothing on it, I think it looks cool, which is really what's important, is that it looks cool. It's the only thing that truly matters. I'll just make it look even better with a tiny little curve to just follow along that mountain. Oh, I'm already in love. Already in love with this road. You can tell it doesn't take much. It's just the simple things that I love. I do want to put another little bridge in Just so they have a couple options of getting across. Oh, and I guess they need a way to actually get in here as well, so we'll do that, even though it does create a four-way intersection, which I'm not super happy about, because we do have the roundabout, but we can live with it. We do have one there, so hopefully that won't cause too many issues. Oh, I already have some cars cutting through here. Where are they coming from? Where are those cars coming from? There's nothing over here, guys. Calm down. Alright, but I do want to put some style to this. Because right now, it's just a straight bit. But I want it to follow the contour of the mountain. Like that. Maybe not exactly like that. Maybe a little further away. Just ever so slightly. Just to give it a little bit of room. And that way, actually, if we want a zone in there, we could. Oh, but I love that. I already love how that looks. Thinking we can keep that. That's fine. And if we really wanted to, we could build a little bit over here. I don't know what we would do there. Oh, unless we did another tunnel. Another tunnel over here. Oh, yep, that's what we're doing. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a tunnel. Have you start right there. We're gonna have you start somewhere down there. Somewhere as close as possible to wherever it works. All right, game. Do this the hard way. Oh, even that's too steep. What? Game not liking any of my tunnels. Tunnels in. Now we just gotta squeeze it all together. Actually, that can stay long, because you don't need to be. don't need to be short, although it will make it look very asymmetrical. I wonder if the game would actually let me curve it. Ah, that's the solution. It didn't like the straight bit, but it liked the curves. City Skylines, all about them curves confirmed. Alright, so it looks a little funky. Maybe we will shorten it just a bit to make it look a bit more symmetrical, even though one side is curved. And I like it. It is a little gritty. Add a couple bits in here. We could get rid of that road, but I feel like that's an important road for anyone coming off of here. They're going to need to get into there. We could not have it go through like that, which makes it a little nicer, a little more of a just, neighborhood back there. Have we built the whole map? We've built a good portion of the map. Let's take an overview of it. Obviously, there's spots up here that we could continue to. But I feel like once we get that far away from the original start point, that's just a new city. Like, even this industrial zone, I feel like would be included in a separate city. Like, that would be the northern city up there. And you probably could even make the claim for, like, this little neighborhood with that body of water between them. Like, this is the city here, and that's the neighboring city. But we've certainly built on a lot of it. We've actually dropped below 100,000, so hopefully we'll get back to that before the rocket launches. Oh, we're getting close. We are getting very close. The spot in the back of the map with the pre-made highway entrance. Where was that? Ooh, look at this highway. I didn't even see this before. That is very spacious. I like it. But I think what you're referring to, Extennion, I think it was over here. Yeah. It's got the pre-made little coast, which I do like. I do actually really like this coast. And had we started with the 81 tiles mod, I may have started out here just because that's an awesome coast. But it is very removed from the rest of our city currently. If we started building that way, and we kind of kept the city more on this solid landmass rather than doing probably the insane thing and going south down the coastline, it would have been a much different city, which kind of makes me think, what if we did another city on this map, but instead of going south, we went to the north? And how different it would look. It's a lot flatter over there. That's probably what normal people do. Normal people are probably like, oh, there's a highway connection there, highway connection up there. Let's build to the north. Opposed to me, who looks the opposite direction at the coastline and says, there's not a lot of room down there, but there's a little bit. I think we can build a little bit, and then you can see what happened. But I thought it was more adventurous. It was more fun. Easy is boring. Difficult is where it's at. let's do some zoning in here. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's do residential all in there. Some nice big apartment buildings. Good. And I'm going to do low density on the curvy bits, just because I think that's going to look cooler than giant buildings. Also, mixing up the zoning a little bit, never hurt anyone. Create some interesting designs and looks to the area. They are going to need water, however, so let's get them that before they start complaining. Do a little bit of commercial across the street, followed by offices on the main road, which we actually haven't zoned anything on that main road at all this entire time this area's been built. But we're finally getting around to it. And they are building rapidly. No waiting required. Well, that's good. Connects our power up with ease. And you can see they're already beginning to build. And now, when we look from above, oh yeah, that looks much more complete to me with that curvy road going underneath the main road. Kind of fills it out nicely. Alright, that car is speeding along there. Do some of these. Maybe do just a little bit of smoothing to get some proper houses in there. There we go. And that's probably gonna be it for that zone. Hopefully they'll build. Oh, you don't fit. Son of a bee. That little curve is just a little too big. I'm gonna have to delete you then. Luckily, still have a lot of zoning. Demand, that is. There it is. Fit that park in there perfectly. And I'm even gonna move it over just a smidge, so it's right on the end of the street. So it does actually fit in there. Whatever the game says. Couple more trees, and you know what? You know what we need? We need a couple of rocks. A couple of beauties. And a little babies. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I think it's perfect. A few more rocks for Rock Valley. I'll put a few more offices right along there. And a couple little guys in there. We actually could put a pathway. Ooh, I know what we'll do. Should we do a tunnel? Or should we do a bridge? Tunnel would probably be easier. Little walking path tunnel. Going in there. So even if they want to walk, they can still get over there. How's our traffic doing? Still at 85. That is excellent to see. This is doing okay. I do want to change this little intersection. Have left, straight, and right. And perhaps we should also do something similar for this side of the road. Give you a couple lanes. Where we have left, and straight and right. So using those 3-lane asymmetric roads, get some turning lanes in there. Looking cool. Hopefully helping the traffic as well. Which actually is doing fine. That was my one concern with this building project, was that 4-way intersection. Clogging up stuff, but it's doing okay. I think the bridges are helping. The 3-lane roads are helping. The little couple tunnels we have might be helping. Above 100,000. Let's check on our rocket. How close are we? Oh, we're so close. So close to rocket construction being complete. We're almost there. Let's do a little bit more industrial right in there, since we have that zone and there's nothing in it. It's kind of like, I feel like we're doing like finishing touches, essentially, like last looks before the city is set free into the wild. It's a giant fire. Those power lines are on fire. That's probably not good. We do have a fire station. Yes, okay. It's being taken care of. They're fine. Let's also do maybe one more road out here on the hill, which I know I've been toying with the idea of doing, but we haven't actually gotten to it. But maybe. Now that everything's starting to look complete. I actually do kind of like that. I think that's not too bad. For just a little more residential zoning in there. Oop. Minus this little bit. There we go. So we can get that good zoning that we want. Is this map download from the workshop? It is, and if you do !map, you can get a link, or it's not a link, you can get the name of it and the creator, because I remember the last map I built on, I remember the name of that one. For the life of me, I just cannot remember the name of this map. I don't know why. I think it's like, it's Rocky Shores or something like that. But yeah, !map, you can get the name of it. Hey, what's up, Pixelated Snow? What's going on? I'll do a little more housing right along there. Ancient Shores, that's what it is. I knew it was something shores. Apparently they're ancient. They don't look too ancient to me. But perhaps they are. Oh man, we're getting lots of demand for residential now. What's going on? Why are we all of a sudden picking up so much residential demand? It's like everyone knows this is their last chance. I'll do just a little more commercial. Actually, we can do it in here. I wasn't gonna do it in there, but we can, because it is the organic commercial buildings, so they don't make noise, which is excellent. How's our metro station doing? Not a lot of people using this one, which is kind of a shame that not too many people are using that guy. A few people. A couple people using the yellow line, a couple people using the green line. This one, however, very busy. Oh, and let's actually check, maybe for the last time, at this little spot of the city. I can already see it. I can already see all the people. Look at them all go. No slowing this crowd down. They've got places to be. They've got places to be, metros to get on. It is insane the amount of people in this area. Ooh, I love it. Look at that crowd. That's like game day crowd. What's pollution look like? We do have the Eden Project, which is this monument building, which helps reduce all the pollution in the city. But even before that, I don't think we had too much. I think the only spots here are these little guys right there. But other than that, not much pollution. Oh yes, and we do have the power issue, I see. I see, MP. I'm on it. How can we fix you? Other than just power lines. We could zone a little more, get it a little closer. But I don't think that's gonna help. I think we gotta go with power lines. There we go. They're fine now. No worries. And should we actually even put another little road in here? Hey, Adrian, what's going on? Welcome. If we do another little tiny road right back here, we could fit Another little neighborhood. I do like that. I kind of like the little funky road. It might be a little unhappy with all the traffic right there. It is a little noisy. Unfortunately, we can't put sound barriers on the slip ramps, which I wish we could. So let's just put maybe a few more trees. Adrian, thank you for the follow. Still here just lurking. Just popping in whenever I have a power issue. I expect nothing less, MP. Alright, get a bunch of trees in here. A little bit of a forest, and actually a lot of these guys are gonna delete once a house builds. That we put close to the residential road. But I do like that. So whenever they build, whenever they decide. And actually we could just not zone that side, which might be for the best. Let's do that. Now we'll just get some more trees out here. That way we don't even risk it. MP always watches. The all-seeing eye of the city guardian. Oh, you know what else we need to do? We need to decorate this little inner bit. It's been too long. It's been far too long. Let's see what kind of decorations we can get in there. Oh, a little too big. Oh, these ones. Those ones. Those are the ones. Alright, let's find a empty spot that we can drop those down in. Move them. Oh, and we do have, a couple little rocks that are kind of poking into the dangerously close into the road. That is a car accident waiting to happen. Actually, I wonder if I lower these. Oh, can I lower the rocks? I can lower them. It doesn't remove those. That is safe. Totally safe. Oh, it's a shame. I like those. And those are also too big. These might be okay. That one would fit. That one would definitely fit. Let's go with you. We don't use these too much, like the sunken into the earth rocks. But that doesn't mean I love them any less. Get a couple boulders going over here. Like so. A couple big trees. New rocks hype. The rare rocks. They only come out on special occasions. And I feel like we need some bright green trees in here as well. Just to kind of fill it out, even it out. And I think that looks pretty cool. It also kind of looks like those rocks were here before the road, and then the road was built around them. which I like. I like that look. Looking good. I'm digging it. Let's check the rocket. Wherever it is, it's so far north. Oh, it is done. The rocket is there. Let's change the colors. It's gonna be black, like the color of rocks. Like burnt rocks. I guess it'll be more of a gray. More of a gray, like a dark gray, like the color of rocks. There we go. Oh, it's pretty cool. It's in launch preparation mode. So I guess we don't do anything until launch preparation's done. But it has been fully constructed. Oh, I'm excited. 101,000 population. The demand is still there. The demand is still strong. Let's do some corner buildings here. It'll do a little more. Corner building right in there and in there. Looking good. Oh, we're having a little bit of worker issues, which is weird because we have the university right there. Is there a schools out policy? I think that's what it is. It's the schools out policy in the Hickory district. Let's take that away. Which, how big is that district? That is a very, very big district. Have I got enough to put the Eiffel Tower? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever unlocked the Eiffel Tower. Let's see, where is it? Also, I don't think we can... Oh, no, there it is. Eiffel Tower. Yeah, we're only a third of the way to unlocking the Eiffel Tower, which is ridiculous. You need an entire city of just industry to unlock that sucker. Oh, we're getting so close. We're almost there. After the failed launch of Bluebird Heavy number 1. Let's call this Bluebird Heavy number 3. Don't ask about Bluebird Heavy number 2. The information has not been released about it. But Bluebird Heavy number 3 is almost ready to go. Do we want to put residential anywhere else? Anywhere else we want that? Oh, you guys also not enough educated workers. Again, just kind of strange. Maybe they need to upgrade more? I don't know. MP should have the info. MP's got all the info about Bluebird Heavy, or whatever the heck it was, number 2. He knows all about it. But he's not saying anything. It's top secret. Only the guardian of the city knows what happened. Alright, this is all filled up. That's all filled up. This could maybe use a few more offices. Where do I live? I live on the East Coast, the Northeast of the United States. Oh man, what happened to this park? That poor park. Offices all along there. All along there. Oh, that's gonna make Some very tiny offices right there. Let's maybe smooth this out a bit. Take care, Adrian. Thanks for stopping by. I guess we're not getting good zoning right there. There we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Alright, get that right in there. And now let's check on the rocket. 102,000 population. Oh, we're so close. We are a smidge away from being able to launch Bluebird Heavy number 3. And I think this is going to be it, guys. I think this is going to be the end of the great city of Petra Vallis in all its glory, all its flaws, all its weird design. We've got our tourism with our crazy international airport on the island. We've got the Statue of Liberty. I completely forgot about the Statue of Liberty. We got that guy. We have lots of cruise ships going just everywhere. Look at them all. Good lord, all those ships. Of course, the original start to the city, which has remained pretty much as we built it from the beginning. We didn't really do too much alterations to it. We changed out the lighthouse, which is looking pretty cool. We've got our mountaintop part of the city with the Cathedral of Plenitude. Oh, and our awesome little bridge we got leading to the Climate Center, or whatever that building is. And then as you make your way down the city, we've got the custom waterfall we put in. By the downtown. Lots of crazy highways, lots of crazy bridges. The blimps. Don't forget about the blimps. We love the blimps. On our original tourism part of the city with that crazy cruise ships. Look at all of the cruise ships. There's too many of them. Never again shall we have a city with this many cruise ships. I think this is going to be the record for cruise ships. The little temple on the island all by itself with the Zen rock garden. All the bamboo. Absolutely amazing. And then the south side of the city, all wiggly, but still absolutely amazing. The little lower density residential areas. The other side of the mountain with all its craziness going on. Some more lighthouses. Oh man, Look at that view. That's a fantastic view right there. The lighthouse, the city, the mountain, the water, the docks. Our newest area right up in there, which actually I think fits in just lovely. Our insane valley that we carved into the mountain, including the bowl of Fruit Loops that we got over here with the Apple Gate, the Cherry Square, and the Banana District. Looking pretty cool. And now it all comes over to here, the new part of town, the new part of the city, complete with the ChirpX launch site ready to go. The Bluebird Heavy number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to build this city with you. But now, we go to the new frontier. Off to space. Here we go. We're launching it. Let's get the city in the background. Oh, there it is. That's the view. I hear beeping. Oh, there it goes! On to a new adventure. To a new world. To a new day. To a new frontier. I was expecting more of an explosion, more fire and smoke and stuff, but still, that was pretty awesome. And there she goes. Off into the night. Bluebird Heavy number 3. To surviving Mars. Maybe next time our City Skylines stream will be on Mars. Who knows what might happen. But guys, I think that's going to do it for the stream today. Let's bring it back to the city. Back to this amazing view. Look at that. Look at that view. Gotta love it. But thank you guys very much for hanging out, helping build this city to an amazing 100,000 population. We launched a spaceship, and now we launch a new adventure. So thank you guys. I hope you all have a great night or a great day wherever you are. We'll be back streaming on Friday at our usual time. To hope to see you guys there. Take care.